with this thing called life, it is one massive jigsaw puzzle. And when you pick up a jigsaw puzzle, you empty all the jigsaw puzzles on the table. What do? Start with the first piece. What is that first piece? Whatever one you choose. You don't have to start in the corner. You could start right in the middle. And the rest of the puzzle, you'll figure it out based on what's there right now. So whenever you're writing your vision boards or whenever you're putting your pictures together, the one thing you will get from this message right here is you don't need to know how that's going to happen. You come to life and you don't know what you're looking for. Everyone's trying to find themselves, not knowing that you're actually perfect in every moment, even through all your BS that happens. Because we know in order for a plant to grow, it needs dirt. Your dirt are your bad experiences that you go through, because ultimately you're going to grow up to be this tree that has an abundance of fruit. And each and every tree is unique. So, who knows the story Cinderella? Right? You all remember that story, Cinderella? And, you know, she was given a deadline and her slipper fell off or something. We need to come to start asking questions about ourselves, even with what is being presented to us on the outside. Because all that's outside are other people's ideas, right? But when I saw this, I had to ask myself the question. It didn't fit the ugly sister. It didn't fit the other sister. But if it fit perfectly, why did it fall off in the first place?
Ooh. This guy.
Oh my gosh. Let me sit down.
If Cinderella's shoe fit perfectly, why did it fall off in the first place? Right? Now, I remember asking this question, and I put it online, and the elder said the youth are asking too much questions. And I said, that's why some of us are more advanced than you. Because we need to start asking questions, because when we ask the question, we will receive the answer. You don't ask the question, you don't get the answer, right? Now, behind each and every one of us, there will be a hurt child that went through something in their childhood. One thing that I've learned is who you are is crucial to your success. Literally who you are, right? I'm sure you've said it before, I don't believe in myself. I can't do it. I'm afraid of what people think. I can't change. What you are seeing here is not who you are, it's what you believed back then when the event happened, when you was that hurt little girl or that hurt little boy. And that's always going to remain there for the rest of your life unless you choose to change that. You are the ones that make your decisions. You decide if you are a success, and you decide if you're a failure. Now, there's so many different ways I can go with this. You can have an experience in your life that you will say is negative. What we've actually done is we have judged an experience. I no longer judge my experiences that I went through, and I feel so much more happier within myself, more trusting, more allowing. There's less resistance now, and my love and my joy is starting to come back to me. My creativity is starting to flow. But where am I going with all of this? We all know we've gone through a linear step of moving forward in life. They'll say, you know, you go to school, you're going to go to college, you're going to go to university, you get your job, or you start your business, live happily ever after, right? This is the world we're taught. But what I learned was that when I was doing acting roles, I was stereotyped. I was told, this is how we see black people. But I knew I weren't like that, and I knew a lot of people that weren't like that. But if we buy into the story, we become that. So clearly, people know how we work, right? But we can change that story, and it all starts with a decision that we make. Let me tell you how life really works. Start where you are, whatever, live happily ever after. Because you don't know how things are going to happen for you. You are receiving answers now. You were receiving answers earlier today because you've been asking questions your whole life. You've been in that situation where you've asked questions, don't know what you're doing, whether you have the courage enough to share it with your friends, share it with your parents or whoever. But you're asking a question, you're thinking, is someone actually hearing me here? Yes, something is listening to you, right? I want you all to imagine, you're on a roller coaster, right? The ride is your life. You might be on a loop-the-loop right now and everything's going absolutely in a way you really did not expect. But it's part of the ride. How can you enjoy the ride if you're not enjoying the process? And I'm not saying that I've always enjoyed the process, because I haven't. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Success. Success is whatever you want it to be. Are you going to reach that destination, right? Some of the people that I've spoken, yeah, it's not exactly a straight line, is it? Because if it was a straight line, boy, do you know what I mean? But, you can go up, you can go down. You'll get there eventually if you stay the course, or just undo the belt and jump out the roller coaster and die. And unfortunately, that's what most people do, because they don't understand that it is a ride. It is you're playing a game. Super Mario, you got to save that princess. Yeah, you're going to have some obstacles, you're going to have to hit some blocks, catch your money along the way, defeat a boss at the end of the level. But it's like what Anthony was saying earlier, it's like, do you have the mental capacity to hold what you've asked for? You are getting what you've asked for, but you need to be stronger. That tree is standing because it's got some deep-ass roots.
Yeah.
When the wind blows, the tree still stands.
Yeah.
It may lose some leaves along the way, but it knows it's coming back. You don't know how it's going to happen. It's like, many people don't start something because they're like, I don't even know how I see that happening, so I'm not even going to take the first step. Like, they're not even going to start with the letter V. They're not. Because they don't see how it's going to happen. I can't change. I've never done it before. I don't know what to do. What will my friends think? Oh, I don't want to dishonor my parents. All these things are going on in your head, but you can't allow that stuff to stay in your head, and you're not doing anything with your life. Guys, have you noticed as the years go by, they're going quicker? Yeah. Like 2020, it's 2021 tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? So we have to start doing a forensic examination on ourselves and really start thinking, what do I really want? If God was standing here today and said, Camille, I'm going to give you everything you want, I just need to know exactly what it is. Like having an audible conversation with you. Like, what is it? Like, can you tell me? Not literally, but, and it's like, a lot of people, you'll ask them, so what do you want? Oh, well, I just want to be happy. I just want to be successful. What is successful? Successful to the homeless person is a good-ass hot meal that day. That's success, right? If it's a money situation, well, I want some more money. Okay, here's £1. It's more money. You weren't specific. You didn't say you wanted 20 million, yeah? So we need to be specific when it comes to our vision boards. Like anything to do with anyone who's overweight or whatever. Okay, well, what size do you want to be? Right. Like, find that size of someone, put your head on it. You know, it might look a bit funny, but God's like, I got you. You stick to that dietary plan. Do you see what I'm saying? Sorry, Jem, I'm not going into your thing here. So, we don't know. It's like, when I created a show, it's a family show called All About the Mackenzies. And why I'm saying this is because I never knew how to write a show. I never knew how to put a show together. I never knew how to direct a show, right? But I learned some stuff along the way when I was acting, and I was put in a situation. I had a piece of paper and a pen. I just randomly started writing some scenes of different characters. And then I started putting it together. And it was like, okay, that's one scene. And then there was another scene. And eventually I found out I had some sort of script. And then I'm like, all right, I want to film this because I feel there's a deeper purpose behind this. Had I not had gone through all the drama in my relationship, I wouldn't have discovered the writer within me. I wouldn't have discovered the director in me. Because as a director, you have to have a vision. Yeah. How's that story going to be told? What's that camera angle going to look like? How are we? How I'm going to do it? Yeah. But as the years go by and you're getting better at your craft, the roots are getting deeper in your own tree, right? You're getting better because you're nurturing it. Because you're practicing, right? Okay? As you keep on doing it, you get better at it. Your quality gets better. Your cuts and your editing gets better. Or you're a fashion designer and you do that stitch better. You know, everything gets better. But it had to start from the V. It had to start from that piece of that puzzle. It had to start from that one-line dialogue. And it's like, okay, then the other person says this. The other person says this. But isn't that life though? Someone's gonna say something, right? And guess what? You can be this successful, you can be this unsuccessful. Someone's still gonna have something to say about you. So why not just aim there and let them talk? You know? Let them talk. Why are we staying down here? Play it safe. What is it? I think I heard Bob Proctor say it one time. He said, most people tiptoe through life hoping they make it safely to death. You know, if I could just get to that grave. Don't want to step on these eggshells. Oh, don't want to hurt people's feelings. Oh, can't express myself. Oh, even though I've got all this talent, all these gifts, can't say, mummy might say this, the family are going to talk, my friends, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my wife, my husband. You are a slave. You got them chains holding you back, but nature's like, 24 hours. Sun is still coming up tomorrow. And if you don't do it, I'll just select someone else. Oh. I'll just select someone else. Everything you can see in your imagination, it's no joke. It was given to you. Because you are the one to execute it. I'll tell you now, in the next slide, I'm going to show you something. I don't even know how I'm going to execute it. It's a hip-hop theatre film experience in 4DX. Ooh. Humans not needed.
What?
Sorry, Ebenezer.
It's okay.
Humans not needed.
Next time.
I'm talking about an experience where you can see it, hear it, feel it, smell it. And sometimes you can taste it as well. You can taste it, right? And the whole purpose of this, and what I've noticed is, everything I've been through, even stuff from my childhood, it's developed a clarity within me as, okay, a message in what I am delivering here is to uplift a younger generation through something I know they're going to love to watch. I know they're going to listen to. It's no accident we're caught in this. Your children, all these devices, the phones, Gemma's kids on the phones, and they're playing games. They're playing games. They're doing all these things. See, God or the universe or whatever you want to believe in knows why you're here, why you were created, and the gifts that it gave you. Some are here to speak, some are here to paint, some are here to sew, some are here to bake, Some are here to piss you off, but that's okay. We need dirt to grow. So anyone that's going to piss you off will tell you all kinds of things, be like, thank you. You know what? Thank you very much, because I need you to grow me, right? And, you are going to have to revisit. I'm telling you, it's going to get tough when you actually set on a journey to do something different. Because you are going to be stepping on different territory. People are not necessarily going to believe in you. But this is your vision board. You have to believe in what you put on there. You don't need to know how that's going to happen. Right? I'm going to show you a slide later. I remember when I first came up with my show, I looked on Google for what I thought my characters looked like. Random Google images of people. And I stuck them together like they were a family. And I just kept it on my wall. At the time, I didn't even know I was doing a vision board. But I was already instinctively starting to do it myself. Right? Anyway, like I said, this journey is going to be hard and it can make you scream. Right? Okay, moving on from that. So, what we need to do is, it all starts with a decision, right? It all starts with a decision, and we need to know where we're going. You see, who, what, when, where, why, how. I will let you know 2 things you do not need to think about. You don't need to know who, and you don't need to know how. You just need to know what, where, roughly when, but more importantly, why. Why do I want this thing that I'm asking for? It goes back to, you sure you want that? You sure you want it? You sure, yeah? Because if you put that down, I'll give it to you, and the necessary dirt to go with it, to strengthen you so you can have it. You want it? Okay. Well, I'll give you the dirt, but don't get mad at me when I give you that dirt. Don't get, all right, you want, okay, cool. Here you go. Here you go. Send some abusive boyfriend to you. Send rejections coming your way. And you're like, why am I going through this? But you're being built. You are in a process. You are on a roller coaster called life. Because this is what you said you wanted, right? It's what you said you wanted. So we're talking about a vision wall right here. Now, someone spoke about comfort zones earlier, right? This is the name of the game right here, right? Your head, and you're trapped inside. You're trapped. All those thoughts, I can't do it. I'm ashamed. I mean, I came to this event, I ate that whole pizza and could not offer a slice. And I just couldn't do it. Now, there was a quote from a guy called Bob Riggs, and he said, many of us have established a comfort zone in our lives. We are just coasting along, taking the path of least resistance, just getting by. This is a very common and understandable attitude. We've all worked hard to get to where we are, and it may seem a very good place to be. The problem with this is that once we stop reaching, stretching, seeking, and risking, we actually stop growing. The comfort zone frame of mind is settling for what we are today. That may be fine today, but without continued growth, this is the part that hit me, we are now all we are ever going to be. You want more? Well, God's saying, okay, I need you to grow so you can have more. And you need more dirt. The bigger the thing, the more dirt I got to give you. If you're in a comfort zone, beware. The danger of a comfort zone is that it doesn't hurt and it may even feel good.
Wow.
Deep, right? So you were told, be fruitful and multiply, right? See, you are a creator. You can create, right? Can you believe one little apple seed can create that? Ladies and gentlemen, you are an apple seed. There is no end to what you can create, and there is no end to what you can bring to this earth. So when you do your vision board, by all means, go nuts. Now, the basic law of life is create or disintegrate. Because as much as you can do this, you can also do this. Means you ain't going nowhere. Oh, I can't be asked. I'm too scared. Oh, my mummy hates me. Oh, my daddy didn't love me. All this stuff, it's not assisting you. And I'm saying we need to start having that acceptance that, you know what, anything bad that happens to us, we need to understand why. But more importantly, don't resist it. Accept, okay, this is happening. I'm taking this on and I'm actually going to use it to be better.